Bubbles. All right. I wonder what's going on. I'm just gonna wait. And meanwhile, while I'm waiting, so I don't know if I should tell all of this. But for you, if you're interested in learning how to play the piano, there is this fabulous instrument that I purchased. It is called the Carry-On, and it's 88 keys, because you know piano has 88 keys. And it does so much. Like, hold on. Well, that's applause. Hold on. That's a demo. Get back to the voice. That's applause. It does gunshots. A little bit of sound effects. But it plays any instrument you can think of. Right now, this is the piano. And I'm just going to jump around. There's the organ. There's a variety of organs in any instrument, like drums, but it'll be several varieties of drums, including the steel drum, congas, all that stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to share it with you. And it's foldable. So you can take it with you to work, like I'm doing now, or any place, and you just lay it across a flat surface. You can practice. And the best part of it is that it only costs $100. And I just showed you just a few of the things this machine does. But it has MIDI. You can connect it to your tablet, your computer, your laptop. It doesn't take batteries. You charge it like a cell phone. And what else? It's just so much that this thing does. Anyway, who's going to come in the chat? I had one heck of a weekend starting from like Wednesday. And so I have not been around. I would, from time to time, just scroll through the YouTube streets and read titles and things like that. But, yeah, I've been busy. By the way, Happy New Year. And may all your dreams come true. I want this to be a safe and prosperous year for each and every one of you. I feel good about 2024. I felt good about 2023. to 2023. I feel good about every year, actually. And Lord, I'm scared to say, but I haven't had a bad year in a long time. And I just thank God for that. But anyway, what has been going on in these YouTube streets? Um, I was just too occupied. But I do know that Miss Coolin is in jail. Something about a warrant and 9 policemen. I know, I don't know if she directly called VS as VS was live, or if she called someone else and VS played the phone call. I never got clarity on that. But I didn't really hear the phone call. I just heard about it. Uh, Something about she was, um, you know, threatening people. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's really a wise thing to do, because you are calling on a jail phone and all calls are recorded. And whoever she was threatening can easily just call the jail or just send an email the recording of her calling from Clayton County Jail and threatening people. Uh, okay. Um, I don't know what this warrant was for. I understand she's there with no bail. And what else did I hear? Um, my friend has been partying hardy also the past few days. So that was the one and only information I got from her. Um, what else headlines did I see? I think that was the main thing. Um, I did tap into ZX when he was it ZX? Or was it Ralph Bottles? I think it was Ralph Bottles talking about the purge. I so wanted to watch that, and I wonder if the video is still up. But I didn't watch it live, but I did hear just a few minutes. I think, what's his name? Mr. Cook was upset about something. Whoever runs the purge was blocking people and showing favoritism or some crap like that. Um, and I know other stuff was going on. I just can't remember what. At least I think so. I think there was a lot of storylines going on over the weekend. But yeah, I could that's pretty much the only two things that I can recall. Who won? I don't even know who won the purge. Anybody know who won the purge this year? Hmm. Probably wondering, why do you have a demonically angry Ted Bundy in the thumbnail? Hmm. Just seems like so many people were angry towards the end of the year out here in these streets. I mean, we could start with Coolin. She certainly can't be a happy camper. Um, yeah. I understand also, I was informed that her daughter's in the service and had to come and scoop up the kids. And if that be the case, that wasn't an easy thing for her daughter to do being in the military. You gotta, you know, start with the chain of command or however that goes. You just can't pick up and leave. You gotta ask for leave. And that's a lot. That's a lot. And yeah, the military pretty much runs your life. And you just can't pick up and do what you want to do and how you want to do it. You've got to get permission and have and make preparations, serious preparations for things like that. So I don't know what it was Cooling could have done. I don't know if it was that fight that took place. I don't know, over the summer or the spring or something. Could that have triggered a parole violation? And if so, why would it take so long? I don't know. But that Mo 3 sector, boy, they really like to fight. I mean, they frequently take their BS offline and get out in the streets. They have no problem. It happens frequently. Now, if you go to, I'll call it the roast sector. I don't want to say black sector because the roast sector and the black sector are two totally different sectors. And the roast sector was here first before anybody. And so, you know, every couple of years, 3 years might go by where, two people from the roast sector will meet up. And it's always epic, especially the last time it happened. Um, and somebody got knocked the fuck out. It is what it is. But the Mo 3 sector, it's like once a month or every other month, people, and mainly women, they meet up and really, really, really fight. And these are like grown women. Like, we're not talking about 20 somethings. 20 somethings will still get out there and scrap. And I guess that's to be expected. Why? Because they 20 something. But these are like grandmothers and mothers with adult children and mothers with a shitload of children. And I'd be like, what? I tell you, these people be angry out here in these streets. And, what are they getting so angry about? Is it because people are, putting out other people's... Well, that's a stupid question to ask. Of course it's about people putting out other people's information. Yeah, that usually causes a nasty fight. Mm-mm. But anyway, yeah, so getting back to this purge thing, I'm curious to know. I guess I should go look to see who actually won. And I don't recall any such controversy surrounding it from the last one that took place. But for some reason, this time it was a little bit different. Hello, one person. Come in the chat and chit chat with me. I just got questions and I need answers. Oh, yeah. Well, of course they disappeared because they're not really a friend of the show. They just want to play fucking games. But it is 3:25 in the morning. So I guess I will continue to fiddle around with my new toy and call it a day. And perhaps somebody will leave some information in the comment section and fill me in as to what has been popping. Anyway, again, it is a new year. Oops, hold on. It is a new year, as you know, and perhaps we might want to do things differently. You know? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, perhaps we might want to do things differently. Maybe find another hobby. Something more constructive. How about, um picking up an instrument? I went instrument crazy this past week. Aside from this $100 keyboard, which I will use to practice during hours like this when I'm at work with nothing to do, I purchased a Roland E350 keyboard. It's just like this little $100 one, but that one is like on super steroids. And I purchased a stand, a microphone for it, and a microphone stand, and then I purchased a podcast little system for my computer and or laptop, which consists of, what is it, a microphone and something else I purchased to go along with it. I can't think right now. I also purchased a saxophone. Now get this, I was looking at saxophones are very, very fucking expensive. I mean, I've seen $15,000 saxophones, 7,000, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,500, and then I saw one for like the cheapest, $1,099. Now, I've always wanted to play the saxophone. I always wanted a saxophone. And I've been doing my research. And, it might, I just don't know how much I'm going to like it, if it's really going to fit me. So I didn't want to spend $1,100 and then decide, nah, I don't like it. But I purchased a saxophone for $216 from Temu. And that's good enough for me. You want to know why? Because I am a beginner, and if I don't like it, hey, I only spent $216 as opposed to $1,100 before taxes and shipping. So I bought that. And last but not least, my father played acoustic guitar, and his guitar has just been sitting in my closet for over 2 decades. And so last week I was YouTubing videos for, beginners who want to learn how to play the guitar. And, I watched several videos, but honed into one particular video that I watched several times. So by the time Saturday came, I watched the video again, and I said, okay, I'm going to get this guitar out and I'm going to start practicing along with this video. So that's what I do. I go up in my closet, I get the guitar, pull it out, dust it off and everything, go back to my office, and now I'm practicing on this guitar. I'm practicing on this guitar with this video. And I'm like, well, first of all, I think this guitar needs to be tuned because one of the strings was sounding really funny. But there was something else that was different that was happening that I wasn't understanding. And I realized that my dad played a 12-string guitar. And I've been watching videos about, practicing on a 6-string guitar. So now I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to learn on a 12-string guitar. Did some research about that. You don't learn to play guitar on a 12-string guitar. You got to learn on a 6-string. So I don't know why I thought, or did I read somewhere? Anyway, I take the guitar to the guitar center. Because number one, I wanted it tuned up. And number two, I wanted to know if I can convert it to a 6-string, which you cannot. So the guitar, my dad's guitar is back in the case, back sitting in my closet. And I ordered a new 6-string acoustic guitar. Not a lot of money for that either. But once it gets here in a couple of days, I'll be working on that too. Because, I just have a lot of downtime. You know? Too much downtime, if you ask me. So I decided to make better use of my time. And that was one of the reasons why I wasn't running up and down these YouTube streets over the past few days. Because if I wasn't doing other things, I was watching videos about all these instruments. And hopefully I'll keep that up. Because, and I said all this to say, yeah, these YouTube streets can be entertaining, you know, and they were really, really entertaining in the beginning, when YouTube just came together and brought people together. And I'm going way back, 2010, 2011. I've had this channel since 2006. And, it was good while it lasted, but maybe some of us should pick up a different hobby. Something that's going to be a lot more healthy for us. That's the word. Just, just something different. No, I'm not saying leave the YouTube streets altogether. I'm just saying maybe we should try to occupy our minds with something more constructive more often than just being glued to these streets. Because it's really not healthy. These people out here are a mess. Um, these sectors have been flooded by with frankly mental illness, and some people don't even realize the people that they're dealing with are mentally ill. And yeah, it's we got to do something better. Find a hobby. And that's what I did. Another hobby aside from my model train hobby, which is coming along very well in terms of me having the trains that I want and enough track to do what I want to do with the trains. And I guess at some point I'll start looking at materials needed to create a layout. I already have a theme in mind and what I want to do. So it's a matter of finding the materials and learning how to make mountains and ponds and uh, build a whole layout table that's going to um, express what it is that I want to do. And, if I feel I need a break from the instruments, then I go to my train hobby and start doing something with that and just go back and forth. But no more grueling daily digestion of these YouTube streets. And again, I shall continue to peek in and perhaps make a video like this, what's going on. And I definitely will be making videos concerning Rex Heuermann whenever any new information shall come out. And perhaps I'll update you on my progress in playing these instruments, let you see how much I have improved. Now I grew up with a piano in the house, at my house, at my aunt's house. And many years I began to teach myself. And piano, I hear you have muscle memory. So I imagine maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks the most, I will be back to where I left off. And that's a good thing with the piano. The guitar, my father tried to teach all of us actually when we were little kids. And only one of us stuck with it and became a bass player. Yeah, it wasn't me. But when I was little and he would show me, how to hold the strings with your fingers, that thing used to hurt my little fingers. So I just didn't have interest in it. But I always enjoyed the sound of a saxophone. And I always wanted to play a saxophone too. And so I can't wait to try that out. And if I don't like it at first, I'm not just going to quit. I'm going to keep trying and keep working at it. And if I really come to the conclusion that, yeah, it ain't really for me, I'll just give it away to someone. Again, it's not like I spent $1,500. It was only $216 from Temu. And I looked up some videos on YouTube about people who have purchased the same saxophone. And from what I'm seeing from videos, shoot, these people who actually compared it to their $7,000 saxophone, I closed my eyes and I couldn't tell the difference. So it's amazing how a $216 saxophone sounds just as well as a $7,000 saxophone, alto saxophone at that. That's what mine is, alto. And then hopefully I'll like it so much that I'll upgrade to another 200 and something dollar tenor saxophone, because from what I can tell, again, the saxophone doesn't sound no different than a $1,500 or $3,000, $4,000 saxophone. So why would anybody spend that kind of money? So I will keep you updated. And good Lord, the contempt that is expressed in some people's faces is just not to be believed. And with that, I'm out. Peace.